Okay, we're gonna have a little fun today. We are going to multiply polynomials. So last lesson, we multiplied a monomial by a polynomial. But in this lesson, we're gonna have multiple polynomials. So what we're going to do is we're just gonna distribute, we're actually looking at binomials. So we're gonna distribute twice and go from there. I think I have a screen here that says that, but we'll skip past. We're going to learn two methods, and in those two methods, it's going to help us to figure out which way we like to do. You may do either way. You need to make sure that you do the work on this one by doing a line and add, because if you don't do a line and add, well, I guess you don't. It's easiest if you do a line and add for this one, and then this is a box method, so I'll teach you both of those. So, just like when we multiplied a monomial by a polynomial, we're going to do distribution. So I'm going to multiply this first term here by everything on the inside of the second binomial. So I get 2x times x gives me 2x squared. Then I'm going to multiply my 2x by my 5, and I'm going to get 10x. Now, I am going to switch my rainbows. I'm going to switch my rainbows to underneath to multiply my second term by my binomial, and I'm going to get 3x. And here's where I said we should align and add. So 3x and 10x are like terms. That's a positive 3x, so I'm going to put a plus there. And then plus 15. And this will make it easier when we add things together. You could put this 3x plus 15 over here next to it, but it just makes it a little easier when it's aligned and added. We're always going to make this an addition step. If this is a negative number, we're going to add a negative number, so the 3x, okay? So altogether, we get 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. So that is how we double distribute, and you may do either one. So again, we have two terms. We've got our 2x and we've got our 3, and we distributed both of those to x plus 5, okay? Make sure that you do your multiplication to both terms. Here's another way to do this. So we can take and we can create a box. Because it's a binomial by binomial, we're going to have 4 squares, okay? I'm going to take this first, whoops, I didn't want to move that. I'm going to take this first binomial and I'm going to write it over here, 2x plus 3. Whatever the sign is here, whatever this sign is, goes in front of this. So if there's a minus sign there, it goes, you'd put minus 3, okay? So that's really important. And then I'm going to do my second binomial on top, x plus 5. Okay? So I've got both my binomials, and now what's in the box here is the result of multiplying these two things. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 5 is 10x. Okay? Just like before, 3 times x now is going to give me 3x, and 3 times 5 is going to give me 15, a positive 15, okay? So, probably a good idea to put your plus signs in here so that you know your signs. And now you'll notice that anything on the diagonal in the box method is always going to be like terms. So we're going to add those together, okay? It's kind of like this align and add over here, but here they're on the diagonal, so we add them together, and we still get the same answer. We get our 2x squared from our first box here, right? And then add that together to get 13x and bring down your plus 15. And you'll notice that they're the same answer, just two different methods to do it. So you can take care of that. I would like you to do, set up this next problem, number 2. Why won't it move? There we go. Set up this next problem. I would like you to do your double distribution on this one, and I would like you to just set up your box to make sure that your box looks the same as mine. Don't distribute yet. Just set up the box, okay? So I'm going to pause the video. You're going to pause the video, and I want to see this answer and this box setup. So go ahead. Okay, so you should have done your double distribution. You should have multiplied your x times both 3x and -4 to get 3x squared minus 4x. Then you should have switched to the second term. Make sure you do this in order. It's important. And you multiplied 3 times 3x to get 9x and 3 times -4 to get -12. You aligned and added, and you got 3x squared plus 5x minus 12. Fantastic. Now, when you set up your box, this is what your box should have looked like. Okay? So now, remember, I'm gonna multiply x times 3x, and I'm gonna get 3x squared. I'm gonna get my purple here. So 3x squared, because I multiplied x times 3x. So those come together in the inside. X times -4 gives me -4x. 3 times 3x gives me 9x. And 3 times -4 gives me -12. Again, these are the same terms, so I'm going to add those together, just like the crossbars on the right. There's a plus sign here. Add those together. So all together, I'm going to get 3x squared. 9x plus -4x is positive 5x. And bring down my -12 because there's nothing to combine. Okay? Box method and double distribution. I would like you to do number 3 and 4 in your notes. You may pick either method. Make sure that you have the 4a and the 2a. Whoops. Make sure you have your 4a and your 2a on the outside and your negative signs on number 4. So be careful if you use the box method. And then I want to talk about 5 and 6. So come with 3 and 4 done. When you come to class, we'll ask questions on that. So make sure those are done and we'll talk about them during class. I want to go through number 5 now. So number 5 is a little bit different than 3 and 4 because I have got a trinomial over here. So I actually would like to make that a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do the box method with this one, just because it's a really interesting process. So it shows you about that combining of like terms. So I have 3 terms here. So because I have 3 terms there, I need to make my box 3 terms long and 2 terms high. So 1, 2, probably a little long. Whoa! Let's see here. I need an eraser. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so over the top of this is going to be 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. And over here, I'm going to get my 6x plus 5. Okay, so I'm going to do my multiplication here the exact same way I did it when it was binomial and binomial. This time I'm doing it with 6x times 2x squared, so I'm going to get 12x cubed. Okay, you know what? I'm going to change colors again. I like that. Hold on. let's do this color. So I'm going to get 12x cubed here because I add my imaginary 1 plus my 2. 6 times negative 3 gives me negative 18x squared. 6x times negative 5 gives me negative 30x. And then I need to go to my 5. 5 times the 2x squared gives me 10x squared. 5 times negative 3 gives me negative 15x. And 5 times negative 5 gives me negative 25. Now again, these are on the diagonal, and those are the same sign, and these are the same sign. So we need to add those together. They both have a plus sign in them. So I'm going to bring down my 12x cubed. 10x plus negative 18x is negative 8x squared. Negative 15x plus negative 30x is negative 45x. And then nothing to add my negative 25 to, so that comes out. So it's a little bit easier way to keep track of our work. We don't have to do our align and add. We know that our like terms are on the diagonal, and I always have to add them together. And then I just write down my first term and my last term. So sometimes it's easier to do it this way, and sometimes it's easier to do align and add. I would like you to make sure that you have 6 done. So when you come to class, you need to have number 2, 4, and 3, 4, and 6 done. And we will be checking those. That will be determining your work, and those are the ones we're going to go through with questions and so on. So please make sure that you come with those done. God bless, and happy multiplying.